dawn from out the darkness, swords and torches in their hands. They said it was the chieftain's orders, clear the hillsides and the glens. No more we'd smell the broom and the heather, share the bannock with our kin, be laid to rest beside our fathers. It almost broke our hearts and minds to board the ship of tears, to board the ship of tears. We crossed the sea to flee the hunger, wasted rags of skin and bone. Fields we left were black and barren, a ravaged land no longer home. The coffin ships were filled with mourning, we'd one last look back to the land. Quiet men, the women keening. It almost broke our hearts and minds to leave the fields of tears, to leave the fields of tears. They came in floods in covered wagons, drove across our ancient lands. They said to scorn our elders' wisdom, take the path their Lord commands. They stole our hills, they stole our rivers, the Mother Earth with whom we're joined. They led us from our spirit fathers. It almost broke our hearts and minds to walk the trail of tears, to walk the trail of tears. They came in hordes across the desert, storms of dust that sear the skin. They said they'd come for our oppressor, they would make a meal of him. They said that we would earn our freedom and come to see their ways right. But still we weep and we are bleeding. They have not won our hearts and minds. We're on the road of tears. We're on the road of tears. It never ends. The road of tears. The road of tears. He says to Caroline, I would hae a happy heart, the pleasure will be mine. She says the pleasure will be mine. The rain was falling down sae hard, the drains were overflowing. You'd almost think the flood was coming on. So they huddled in the corner, trying to keep out all the water his decision so unfree. I'll be left in my last day. We can pack our bags and leave this place, tag the road to Fintry, for the country air's as sweet as good red wine. And when summertime comes round again and corn is ripe for gathering, we'll find out if my notion's right or right. And if you come with me to Fintry, well, he says to Caroline, I will hear a happy heart, the pleasure will be mine. She says the pleasure will be mine. They walked hand in hand and wandered down beside the sleepy river, where the city sounds grew distant in their ears. The moonbeams in the water glinted silver as he kissed her, and the rumble of the city disappeared. If you come with me to Fintry, well, he says to Caroline, that's waiting as the green crosses over to meet with the blue. And what was the sense when the wee ones were crying, the cries of the hungry, no sense to remain, no prayer could recover a sister, a brother, so farewell to